All right, good morning. Welcome to the Collective Trading live stream. I will pull the chart up. It's not up right now.
It's Wednesday, no news. Third day with no news this week.
There's no news ever. They took it away.
They took Fridays away.
I don't know. Just
Let's see.
because of the government shutdown, they took all the news away. Basically, what I was looking for pre-open, and if I didn't have to deal with mic issues again, okay, there it was. If I didn't have to deal with mic issues, plugging and unplugging into 6 different ports to figure out if it worked or not, then we would have seen this 15-minute aggressively deliver on live stream. But I wanted to see it deliver. It could have gave a setup, but it didn't, which is fine, I guess. I wanted this daily imbalance tagged before potentially running higher. Reason being, looking at London session, right? We have this internal manipulation here. So London session is reversing, trading lower. New York AM session opens, takes Asia's low, SMT, but falls short of the daily gap. So still expecting that to get taken since this is a failure swing, right? And we trade back into the range with this 15-minute fair value gap. And that's not a confirmed reversal to then go higher yet. So what do you look for again? Well, once more drop, taking out that previous daily low, which formed that daily imbalance there. Okay.
Which we have SMT at now with ES. And I guess YM too, but ES is closer looking to NQ, so
ES looks like it's not gonna take it here. So preferably we would see something higher. Oh, sorry, that's Asia's low. ES looks like it's gonna take Asia's low. Okay, very closely watching this for a reversal here. I want to see how it's reacting. I don't want it deep in the daily gap. If it goes deep in the daily gap, I'm looking for below the current weekly open candle. Which should be here. All you guys. Yeah. Right. One thing I am noting is that all-time highs has been taken on YM. We have the SMT there.
the only thing is YM didn't really reverse off of the SMT. It just slowly retraced. So if you are bearish off the SMT, YM should form a reversal.
I don't know. It would feel wrong to be bearish already. But I could see it if it were to get through like 50% of the daily imbalance here.
What I would like to see is, now that we've had this move lower, the manipulation into the daily gap, I'd like to see NQ start to flip more bullish.
Instantly.
And then look to target NQ's all-time highs and previous day's high, more specifically. And then from there, we'd have SMT at the previous day's high. And then that could frame potential shorts for the rest of the week.
So we're expecting a seek and destroy week where we go up, down, up, down, up, down.
I wouldn't necessarily, actually, no, I wouldn't consider shorts just because
The rest of the week?
the high a day is not a good high a day. There's no SMT.
I like the low day potential. Like if we were to reverse right now, right?
Yeah, like London's high is the high a day. Yeah, London's high fell just short of the New York PM high from yesterday. Well, I guess lunch high, which I guess you'd consider the PM high. So it just fell short of that, left relative equal highs on both ES and NQ. And YM wasn't close to that high because it had quite a large move yesterday. But the relative equal highs are still there on ES and NQ.
Wait, why is the audio looping?
Looping. That's new. We're unlocking new features with our audio every day.
Oh, no, I'm dumb. Okay, I'm hearing it. Okay, let me just turn off this. Okay, don't even pay attention to what I just said. Nothing is happening. Just looking at ES though, I do like those relative equal highs. Like long and high, previous day high.
The Yankees got those too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, they're way closer. Actually, no, they're not. Yeah, they are. They're closer, but like the same high on ES is a different high on NQ because there's SMT. So if you were to just buy one now, stop loss. So we want to see this 15-minute candle in the next 5 minutes start working higher. I want it quite a big wick. I actually don't really mind this first inversion, but it would be a super low risk entry and it would be sketchy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to see this first 50-minute candle close.
Yeah, so we got 5 minutes.
And then from there, potentially internal sweep on one of the other assets and then look to trade higher.
Oh, no, we just run, but I'm sorry. We just run. No, this is one of them days. It's just one of them days we go with no remorse.
Okay, there's that 5-minute gap. See how we react out of there.
Now, I'm really wanting to be in longs right now. Really want it, but I can tell it's slightly a pre-fire. So I'm not taking it. I'm kind of catching myself just wanting to take it and recognizing that, you wait for a little bit more just because we're trading to that 5-minute gap. But for the life of me, I would expect that to be inversed. So we have that 2-minute close and inversion, right? Right there. Just getting very, very good bullish structure here. Form this 1-minute gap. Please don't slip me. Not slip me, but run it before I'm in. So kind of the same scenario as yesterday. To be in longs, I kind of want to see us get a form of internal. I understand that, the 5-minute inverse could be considered as internal, but it's out of the daily imbalance. I want a little more context behind the shift here. I don't want to just be freaking touching the first trade I see on the day. That's generally not a profitable trade. It's just fair value gap tapped right there. Almost. Oh shit. Come on. Could have made it a little bit more precise there. Just gotten down into it. Why wasn't that working? Fuck, it's not letting me put text on lines. Are you kidding me? What's going on? There. Okay, it didn't look like it's gonna trade that. come on. It could have traded to that fair value gap though. Would have been fun. Oh, I'm so bullish here. You guys don't even know. I guess I don't even know because I'm the only one watching the freaking live stream.
I know it's like so bullish that you want to just get in, but you also don't want to just.
No, I do. I literally do. For
like
the
this
life of
5-minute
me,
inversion would be.
I don't even want to take the 5-minute inversion. I wanted to be in at that 1-minute inversion down there. Now I'm kicking myself because that's a 1 hour already. And I think entering right now, we're gonna get a retracement, right? So that I'm kind of going off of that. Like I wanted to be a little bit more smart about the trade here. Didn't get that 5-minute inversion, but I'm classifying that as a freaking inversion. That is fully through it. Dude, I actually gotta rip it so bad. Let's just say I enter one right now to cover any expansion. I can't.
Such a big stop loss.
I can't. It's what the freaking points is this? 88 point stop loss. God damn, I'm gonna be if I do one micro, 160, 170 some dollars.
Honestly, the ideal scenario would be if YM still in its 5-minute gap, lower portion of it still. If YM could manipulate the low that we put in right after open, NQ get a little bit of a retracement to something, form internal SMT at those lows, and then get some sort of displacement higher, that would be a good entry.
If NQ goes down anywhere, I'm buying it. Okay, I like that. I love that fair value gap. I just don't think it's gonna get traded to. I think there'll be a recumulation by the time I get back.
And the reason I said YM take that low because yesterday, right, YM was the more bullish one. So I'd like to see a strength switch. We already have that at the lows. Oh wait, no, we don't. No, sorry. I would like to see YM take it so that we get the strength switch. And then we'd have internal SMT, 2-stage. And then I could look to get onside. Again, this 4-hour candle doesn't really support expansion, right? We had a 100 and some point move lower into the gap. Hourly candle also super large wick lower. Do have a nice 3-minute gap. It's a little discounted. But if we can trade to that while YM's taking the low, that'd be a good spot for a low to be put in. It's retracing, yeah.
I'm gonna mute the mic for a second. Sorry guys, we're actually I'm in one there on that 3-minute tap. What time frame was I on? The 3-minute doesn't have a fair value gap there.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on.
Sorry, the 4-minute. 4-minute gap. I entered on the 4-minute gap, guys.
Might be getting the 5-minute inversion here. Okay, yeah, we formed a 5-minute gap. I'd like to see us trade down into there.
Why?
Well, I want to see YM take the low first. So I think if YM's going to get that retracement, then NQ's going to get. Sorry, if YM's going to get the manipulation, then NQ's going to get the retracement.
Boys, stop loss is at the 3-minute gap low.
Okay, YM just put it in equal lows. At that low from just after market open. 936, yeah. 936 low, just put it in equal lows.
Okay, I'm still looking to add into my position here. I'm not content with my size on this thing. You know, being able to enter one contract only, I'd prefer to get into. No, it's just a case of like, well, where do you put your stop loss? Oh, I could do right there. Okay, I just did another one right there, just to average in a little bit. Okay, I like that. My TP's at, that would be yesterday's Asia high. Yeah, yesterday's Asia high. Yeah, now if I had that fill I wanted, which was me buying before we inversed that 5-minute gap, then I'd be a break even already. But that's a completely different trade than this. Actually, what's there? I've still got some room to play around with this trade as well, in terms of like adding, or I guess you'd say pyramiding and mitigating risk on it. Definitely got room. It's going to be about a 1.74 hour, about a 2 hour, almost 2 hour. Tell you that much. Looking at ES, ES here, NQ is way more bullish than ES, which is good. We wanted that. So I guess what you would monitor is the strength switch off of that SMT at those lows, because when we took that low, traded to the daily imbalance, NQ traded into it, but then it's getting way more bullish reaction off of it.
Okay, we got the 5-minute inversion close there, as well as the 5-minute change in state, which is extremely high. Okay, there YM took the 936 low.
We'll let Tracement or Hugs get in there. So now, I guess if we were to pull up to the 4-hour time frame, we have the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle putting this low in here, kind of tracing back into the range here. I want to see 10 a.m. continue higher, taking out the current New York game session high, which would be the previous 4-hour high here. So, in 4 minutes, 3 minutes, we got 10 a.m. No, 4 minutes. Yeah. Still very loose on this trade here, which I actually don't mind at all. Like I said, it's giving me plenty of room here. Got that S&T with YM now. At those internal lows.
Yep.
I don't like those SMTs though. So we're in that 5-minute inversion right now. It's the first time we've retraced into it, so we're watching how that is being treated as a significant area. We're using my stop losses here because I was allowing for it to trade and fill a little bit more of the wick in. You know, if I'm on the 15-minute, like allowing a little bit of that wick to be traded to. In 2 minutes, I really prefer if we got this 15-minute inverse. I would definitely like that. Would double up on the confidence here, but I do, regardless of that 50-minute inverse, like the trade. I mean, really, if we look at this daily candle, totally expecting it to just run through these highs to all-time highs.
Yeah.
So I suppose you could be holding it for all-time highs too. I don't have that as my TP, but it could be one. Could be a runner of a TP, that all-time high level. For me, the difference between all-time highs and my Asia high isn't currently worth it, dollar-wise. Might hold the runner actually for one, but if I can get in another. So here's some news for you guys. We did not get that 15-minute inversion. The 10 a.m. is opening right now. Boom. And
Good news is YM did not inverse its 4-hour gap.
the bad news is it got real close, or what?
It was below it at one point, yeah, but it's back in it, so it's fine. So the SMT holding.
Bad news for YM. I don't give a shit about you all the time. I only care about you when you. This is horrible to say, but I only care about it when it works in my favor. Isn't that big stop loss? How many Conrinos? 2?
2, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm in 2 on the 5-minute inversion. Tap, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much did a tap. The tapist. There's, for me, there's no ad or pyramid until we're forming structure that would actually indicate that, we haven't yet. I mean, I can monitor what we're doing, right? I could say 5-minute inversion got tapped, but I think that's in terms of clustering my entries, it's too tight of a cluster. Tell you what I'm trailing my stop to the breakaway gap, which is the 5-minute low right there. Let's go, boys. I like that one. 5-minute candle low at 2-1. I guess it's 25,223 on the nose. Yeah. Level NQ is way more bullish than ES here, though. Well, I wouldn't say way more bullish, but it's more bullish than ES. I like that. So really just sitting back and watching this thing now. We had a bit more wick on MNQ. Wow. That did not happen on NQ. I did not see that. Wick came down to there. And of course, the wick on MNQ would be what stops me out because I'm trading on MNQ. Yeah, we didn't get even half the way there on NQ.
I'd like to see the 5-minute order block form on this opposing run that we've just had here. If we can get a close above those after tracing into the 5-minute gap, that'd be good.
Ooh, yes, got big boy up candle right there.
Yeah.
Compared to
Still
NQ.
have the SMT at the lows with YM. The SMT is a little bit cleaner now.
Just because it's not as tight to the candles.
Not as cut through PA. Doesn't cut through as much PA.
It just bordered the price action before. What am I talking about? It bordered the lows. It was like a trend line. I like when it's not that tight and vertical.
You like when it's not crossing the border?
Well, no, I just don't like when it's vertical. Right? Like if an SMT is absolutely vertical, like at this point it was pretty much vertical. It was like this. That's no. I like them like. Well, my preference would be like this. I don't want it to go here in today's scenario. I don't know how much I trust this down move as opposed to how much I trust the setup. See, now MNQ didn't get that move. Well, yeah, it did. It's just different because the wick is there. Okay. Some instantaneous flipping, please. I know it wants to run. Come on. I know you want to. I want to see a little bit of delivery out of this 5-minute inverse. Quicker than slow. I should pull up the power 3 so we can see. So with the 10 a.m. candle, right, we currently have put a little wick in, and it hasn't really done anything in terms of manipulation, whatever. But we're within this inversion, within the 5-minute inversion, kind of at an equilibrium of this range, kind of. So the current New York AM high, which is the previous 4-hour high, which would be the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, I want that taken, and I want to see us go London high, Asia high, and preferably higher.
My break-even level is going to be probably once we take that high from 645.
The current New York AM high that I was talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's a New York AM pre-market, but it's the New York AM session. I wouldn't get that as London yet.
Right. London's up till 6.
Yeah, that's what I have mine as. So that's that first high we had there. Let's get a nice and healthy close through the 10 a.m. opening price, and then the opposing run, like you said. I just want to monitor the 5-minute inversion delivery. Like, we trade back into it. Can we deliver from this higher? That's really what I want to see. Can we put this low in here? Can that stay a low? Nasdaq's making me regret all of my decisions recently, though. Every time I enter a trade, it decides to chop. That's not really good, and it's been since the government shut down. It's not allowed for good trading conditions. There's been 1 week that was good in terms of trading conditions. I guess it's kind of like biased. Like, you could say a week is good trading conditions because you won every day, but somebody else could have lost, and they say it's bad. But in terms of like consolidation during our prominent top trading window, we had 1 week where it wasn't really that bad. But since October 1st or whatever, government shutdown's been pretty bad. I don't know the exact date the government shut down, but I do know that it was the start of October. I don't know the exact date. October 1st, yes. Thought so. So, government shut down, but we can still run it higher. rip it up. We can open up. Recently, I've been opening up my wallet to pay for my losses, but hopefully I can open up my pockets for a leprechaun to throw some gold in them or something. Some weird shit going on over here. If it keeps chopping, though, nothing. I don't know. In this case, it's honestly best to shut the charts off and go back to bed.
Set the alerts.
Go back to bed and just see what happens with the trade here. You know, I was like really considering adding another contract and getting back in a little more. Not back in, getting in more as like a pyramid entry, but now I'm watching this price action. Dirty bastard. No setups to get back in on. Chop and slow and weird and bull flagging and fucking. It's tricky to read when you're in a little consolidation. I mean, it's on a 1 minute basis, so when you're stuck like on the 1 minute chart, you can get a little bit of a loss of perspective, I would say. You know, if you're on a 15 minute, you're basing it off of a little bit more context. The context I'm basing it off right now is well, we need to get that 50-minute close, and then we're tearing to the upside. Like YM yesterday would be nice. YM is back taking. No, it's not. Mind. I thought it took the low again. Did not quite do it. Well, I know NQ is in this freaking consolidation like it usually is.
Might just be wanting to trade to that 5 minute gap.
It's so tiny. I hate how you said I want to see that 5 minute traded too, because it's going to do it now. And when it formed, you're like, oh, I want to see that 5 minute traded too. And I'm like, dude, no. But yeah. Very possible it could get that 5 minute. No, I wouldn't want it to trade into the 5 minute. And then, I mean, I've got this discount 1 minute marked out. And my stop loss happens to be at it. So I'm going to adjust that to below it again. I'll take the loss, but I'm expecting it to hold. So for a breakaway gap, I didn't really want to see it come back into it. But just watching price right now, if it were to trade into it and reject, when I have a regret of having a too tight stop loss here. So I'll follow this one right here.
Now, if we trade to this 5 minute gap and then get a super strong reaction off of it, I would look to possibly add and trail my stop loss to that low.
Add and trail.
Yes. Okay, there's the 5 minute. Now, I don't want to see us melt through it like we've been doing recently.
Oh, like if you were to take fair value gap tasks and stuff like this and you just get absolutely McCooked.
So now if we get this 3 minute change in state out of the 5 minute gap, I would look to take that as a re-enter, like an add. And then I would trail my stop loss to this internal low.
5 minute gap's pretty tiny, dude. It's pretty tiny. It's not massive. I guess it's a BPR. I guess we can classify it as BPR. But better be careful. Look for some suspension blocks, guys. You never know. See, I don't know. I just, if I left my stop at that breakaway gap, I would have felt pretty silly if it went down and took it and ran higher. So I had to move it. I don't want to be making silly position management decisions. I mean, obviously, let's say it trades into it and runs right through it and takes the other one, then yeah, I've lost more, but I'm incurring that risk on purpose. See, I would have been taken out there. And then if it just in the next candle goes right down to this stop loss, then yeah. Then technically I've lost more than I would have, but I'm paying for the extra room for it to expand off of this lower imbalance here, which I'm fine with. I just want to see this 5-minute candle get back up there in the next kind of minute here. I don't want it to really be ran. Trading down to this order block as well. We highlight this. It's at the same price, so I don't really want to draw it out, but order block, fair value gets traded to. And grab a cup of coffee while I watch this.
All right, there's the stop loss.
You telling me I took the stop loss?
Probably, yeah.
All right. Cool. We're gonna end the trading day there.
Oh,
One jab. That was my trade. What do you think about ending the stream?
still holding the SMT.
What do you think?
Hold on here.
What do you think about ending the stream, or you want to continue trading?
If
I'm kind of done trading.
If we get the 3-minute change in state with good speed here, I'm gonna get back in.
Okay.
That's just unfortunate. Needed one more deep retracement lower.
Nice stop loss 2 days in a row before the winning trade, maybe. I had a lot of confidence in that trade.
Still holding the 3-minute gap too.
I hate when you get an A+ trade and it's getting stopped out. So in that case, I would have rather had a stop loss at that fair value gap and taken a smaller loss, obviously. But tried to be right about that stop loss there, but I got taken out by 2 points, 3 points. My eyes were still really, really bullish here. We put that SMT in at those lows. You still the more bullish one now. That SMT, you can obviously see it as ES took the low. You took the 1 minute inverse. What did you take?
This is just a eval play. I just took based off the reaction. Reaction off that SMT. I'm not actually gonna get in until we get the 5-minute change in state though.
Oh yeah. Go to the journal. Do a little. Oh shit! I leaked my sauce. Okay, there's a re-entry. Nope, no entry. It's looking at the 2-minute inversion up there. So I guess kind of waiting for a re-entry now. Very picky about it from this point on. What would I see here? Yeah, so off of this, if we get this 2-minute inverse, then I'm gonna go to the 5-minute as well. And we can get this 5-minute close. So we'll take this down candle, right? If we can close back above it. That's where I'm looking to enter. I'll get back into longs, but with what we are doing, it seems unlikely. It's not really putting a foot forward to say that I want to run higher aggressively today. It's not really saying that. We're still holding that 15-minute imbalance from open. Right now, we've closed below the consequent encroachment of that 15-minute. It would be the opening candle, the wick, right? We closed below the consequent encroachment of that on the 15-minute basis. Right? So what I could say now is there's definitely the potential for this target to be taken up. The current weekly low. You may call me crazy for saying that, but that setup failing is pretty much telling me that we're going there. Well, kind of see on the short side, maybe. Obviously, coming into the morning, this is not what I wanted to see. But sometimes you be more reactionary to what the market's showing you. So we look at that 15-minute time frame. We do see that we did not want to take the current New York high, AM high, but instead hold that 50-minute and deliver lower once more.
Honestly, still not inclined to take any shorts.
You'd be declined. That
Yeah. I mean, as long as SMT still holds at the lows, could still be an option.
my joke was so funny.
Declined.
You're not inclined to take shorts, so I said you'd be declined because shorts going down, and I'm sure you guys get it. I'm sure I get it because I'm kind of a schizo talking to myself in the live stream. Now, one rule: can't short against the SMT and can't long against the bear structure. So if I can sit tight, hands fucking sealed to the floor. Can't press any buttons. However, I don't veer from the bullish bias yet. I've got the understanding that I could potentially be in the shorts, but when I talk about draw on liquidity, and if we talk about, I guess, draw on liquidity, that's the only thing I could say. Then yes, I want HSI taken. I want the session highs taken in their relative equal nature. I want all of that taken. I think any discount right now is looking for these buys, but need the more confirmation. We've not gotten the confirmation. So weird. We've got so we have the SMT with the daily gap because NQ traded the daily gap, ES didn't, and then we got internal SMT where NQ was more bullish, which kind of makes me skeptical of being bullish. So this low just gets taken. I do think the bearish bias is somewhat in effect here.
Until Enki takes that low, I'm gonna remain bullish. And once Enki takes that low, probably hop off.
You might as well just hop off right now.
No, because I've seen this hold before. Still have faith in it.
I had faith in the long setup because it was, in my opinion, it was a pretty much A+ setup. When you see that, it generally doesn't fail.
All right, dumping. We're perma bearish.
I said, I said there's that chance that we're going to the current weekly low, and that's pretty much what I was talking about. I said if we get to about 50% of that daily imbalance, I'm looking for shorts to the daily low. Now, because I think for me to instantly invalidate the shorts idea would be a bit aggressive. I want to be open-minded. We invalidated this SMT that we had with. I'm gonna keep it marked out because my journal, but it's invalidated. Nasdaq offering very aggressive movement to the downside and slow movement to the upside. Gives us a little bit of insight that we are more bearish. So, I mean, even the invalidation of those SMTs, you can just take that as something that's, inherently more bearish. Who would have known that it's hard to predict the movement of the NASDAQ some days? But after 3 years of trading, you learn that you don't try and predict every single move. You predict the ones you got confidence in. And if you see it happening, you don't try and chase it. So, say you're new, you're trying to, oh shit, we're dumping, let's get in shorts. You're looking for short setups. Aggressively looking for short setups. Sure, they might play out. But that time when you're catching the bottom tick and you keep trailing your stop loss, then you're getting burned or you oversized into the shorts. I do think if you were to just short right now, you would probably end up green at the end of the day. But that's not advice by any means. But I have to, stand by my trading rules and not to marry bias. So as much as, yes, we're in the daily gap, what I see is we've aggressively expanded through the previous 4-hour low, closing the 50-minute consequent encroachment, and we've got lower imbalances and equilibrium to target on the higher time frame. So it's not like the daily premium gap looks like it's going to hold.
I mean, now that ES is traded to the daily gap, we do still have SMT previous as well with YM.
Now we can short. I'm kidding. I knew that's not what you're going to say. You could still look for longs in theory, but something I like to do is be quite a bit more flexible. Like today, I definitely think it's going to dump, and we're going to get all the volatility to the downside. So if you were to strictly look for long setups, you would just watch it melt all day. But looking for bear setups, at least you'd be like, I'm looking for entries, and then just not get it because it just goes straight down. The NASDAQ is melting. So, like I said, coming into the morning with my kind of pre-market analysis, right when we traded into that daily gap, if we were to work our way through the equilibrium of it, or I guess the consequent encroachment of the daily gap, then I'd be bearish. So I'm currently bearish. I'm looking for shorts, looking for the current weekly low objective. I've got the flexibility, but I mean, I guess I could say I missed the potential short entry when we were right here, and I expected that S&T to be invalidated. Didn't really fit my model. Don't look for longs, brother. It's definitely not that kind of day.
Oh no, I'm not trading.
Okay. I mean, I suppose I could end the live stream and I could trade on my own behalf because you're not trading no more. And yeah. Plus, I'm already down, so my entry criteria for trades is extremely high. Well, not extremely. It's just my A+ model. If I find my A+ model, I'm going to be taking it. But considering we're coming into only 10:30, wow. It's gonna be a short live stream today. I'm gonna end it though, because most likely we're just gonna walk away for the day. One thing I would like to note before I end it is watching this right here. This imbalance. It's 5-minute. Oops. Once we form that, if we can get up into that at all, to look for shorts into the new week opening gap into the sell side there. So take it easy today. Don't blow your accounts.